Yeah, hi everyone. Thanks for joining the demo session. And once again, welcome to TungaBadraNetworks. And let me introduce myself. My name is Karthik, and I have overall 7+ years of experience in this networking domain, including 4 years of experience on the Palo Alto tag. I'm working as an Palo Alto tag. Okay, and I'm one of the tutor or one of the who is going to uh, take this Palo Alto course, okay, in the Tungabhadra networks. And as we already every time we are saying this is not an institute, and this is like an industrial training where we are providing real time, okay, real time labs with all the whatever the real time devices that we are using in the real network, and we are taking those images in the real time labs, and we are explaining and we are giving the labs using their real time scenarios. Okay, so now we need to know about how important the firewalls in your network. Okay, everyone know about how internet works, right? So you are already in part of CCNA, and you are all learning about networking and switching concepts. Okay, so not only routers and switches will available in the network, there will be also firewall sitting at edge of your network. Okay, so these firewalls we can call it as a security device where it is going to protect your private network and the traffic coming from the outsides. Okay, it is sitting between between your private network and the internet, and it is going to control all the traffic coming inside. Okay, so let's suppose you will be having private network and you are sending some information outside. Okay, without any firewall, whatever you are sending, it is going as it is without any security. Okay, so once in we are sending the traffic out to the internet, right? So whatever the information that you are sending out through the internet, there may be internet in the sense many people will be available in the net, right? So there may be a chance of stealing your data, or there may be a chance of the attackers, okay, stealing your private information and private network information, and they are trying to enter in your network. Okay, so in order to avoid all those, okay, in order to avoid all those things, there will be an device called firewall, which will be sits between your private network and the internet, and it is going to filter, monitor and control all the traffic coming inside your network as well as the traffic going outside of your network. Okay, so that is the purpose of firewall. And if you take one real time example, okay, we can discuss with one real time example. Most of you guys are most of you guys are doing online shopping, or you are purchasing something on the online, right? So whenever you are purchasing, you are going to pay amount via UPI or via credit card or via debit card. So whenever you are paying using credit card, debit card or UPI, you have to share your personal information, right? Like UPI ID, or if you are paying with credit card or debit card, you have to provide your card details along with the PIN number, right? So whenever you are sending, okay, whenever you are sending these details into the network or into the internet, there may be a chance of stealing your these are the personal data, or which will be which needs to be protected, right? So if there is no firewall in your network, this whatever the information that you are sending to the our internet, the attackers or the hackers, the maybe they will be going to see your data. Okay, whatever the details that you are providing, okay, that you are providing to purchase, or that you are providing to make the payments, they are going to check your all the details, and they may be stealing your data, and there may be a chance of losing your money, right? So whenever there is a firewall in your network, what firewall is going to do is, before sending this information out, the firewall will going to encrypt all this information and sending out. Encrypting in the sense, whatever the information, whatever the confidential information that you are sending out, okay, that you are sending out of your private network, the firewall will be going to encrypt. Encrypt means whatever the information that you are saying, that will be in the plain text, right? So encryption means converting your plain text information into some cryptographic which is not understand by others. Okay, so it is now sending the firewall is going to encrypt that, and it is going to send out to your whatever the server available. Okay, whatever the, if you are purchasing something on the Flipkart, this information will send to the Flipkart server, or if you are purchasing into the Amazon, or it is going to send to the Amazon servers to verify all these details are correct or not. Okay, so in that way these firewalls will be helpful in your daily life. Okay, not only in the daily life, in every day. Okay, in every day, in every hour, whatever you are doing in your daily life, these fire or not only the routers and switches, these firewalls all also important in the network. Okay, so in order to secure network, or in order to secure your private information which is confidential, these firewalls are essential. Okay, so in these firewalls are the whenever you say the firewalls, these firewalls are maybe hardware or software. If you have an space of, okay, if you have a space to keep the firewall in your racks, so you can go with hardware. And if you have no, if you have not software, and if you have don't have an hardware, and if you are not capable of handling that hardware firewall, you can also go with the software firewalls. Okay, but whatever the firewall that you are using, whether it is hardware or whether it is software, it works in the same way. Okay, the product, okay, giving the security. Okay, giving the security and providing security to your network, they will work in the same way, whether it is hardware or whether it is software, they will work in the same way. Okay, these are about the firewalls. And we'll be having multiple firewall vendors. Okay, we'll be having Cisco ASA firewalls, we have a FortiGate firewalls, we'll be having Palo Alto, we have Sophos, Checkpoint. There are multiple firewalls are there in the market, but why we are going with an only Palo Alto? Okay, we are going, okay, we will be having Juniper SRX as well. Okay, so why only Palo Alto means, Palo Alto is one of the next generation firewalls. Okay, next generation firewalls in sense, here you need to know about, there are two types of firewalls. Okay, one is an legacy firewall, and other one is an next generation firewalls. Okay, legacy firewall means, legacy firewall will only provide the security based upon the L2 and L3 information. Okay, they will not providing security based upon the applications. Okay, like L7. Okay, application layer information like L7. So to rule out that, okay, to rule out that application layer security, this they are coming up with the next generation firewalls. Okay, next generation firewalls will give will provide the security not only based upon your L2 L3 information, they are also providing security based upon the applications as well. Okay, so let's suppose you are using Facebook, Instagram, right, Snapchat, you in your daily life you are using Instagram, Facebook, Snapchat, and also you are using multiple Flipkart, Amazon, right? So these are the applications where you can able to access. Okay, if you can access anywhere. Okay, you can, if you have a firewall. Okay, and if that is a next generation firewall, you have a capability to access these applications anywhere. Okay, but there is a requirement where these applications, okay, this application will not they are not able to provide the access to the users. Okay, so let's take the scenario here. Okay, you have working in one MNC company where they don't want the employees to access the social media apps. Okay, whatever the social media apps they are they available in the internet, like Facebook, Snapchat, Instagram, all this, they want to block all this. Okay, all these social media applications to access to their employees. Okay, so what they are going to do is, they are going to block all these applications. Okay, they are going to block all these applications using these next generation firewalls, and they will be only allowing whatever the applications or whatever the URLs that is required for their company. Okay, so but using a legacy firewalls, there will be a no support of L7, right? No, there will be a no support of L7. They are not going to provide any security, or they are not providing any access based upon they are not providing any access to these firewalls. Okay, so these are the next generation firewall capability that has available in the Palo Alto. And the next thing is, and we'll be having advanced threat intelligence. Okay, so whenever you are accessing something on the browser, okay, there will be a multiple antivirus will be available. Or let's suppose you are
That is,
access, sorry.
sorry for interruption.
Yeah.
Can you please once again repeat why we use only the Palo Alto firewall?
Yeah,
I
I'm
did not get the point. We can use the FortiGate firewall, Cisco, anything else, right? Uh, but why you are using this only this?
Yeah, see, that's what I'm explaining. These are the things that they are going to provide in the Palo Alto, where some of the firewalls they don't have a capability of next generation firewalls. Like they are not providing an layer 7 security, where the Palo Alto is providing a layer 7 security. So that is the reason we are going with an Palo Alto firewalls. Did you got that point?
Yes,
Yeah.
but can I have a doubt on
Yeah.
this?
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Uh, no other firewall will provide the L7 security like Palo Alto.
Yeah, like Palo Alto, no other firewall is going to provide a L7 security. The Palo Alto firewall will be having extensive application database where they are using application signatures. So they are whenever something they want to use, all the application database whatever available in the internet, they are these Palo Alto firewalls will be using all those signatures to match all the applications here.
Okay.
Yeah. Next one, we'll be having advanced threat intelligence. Okay, advanced. What is advanced threat intelligence means? Whenever you are browsing something on the browser, okay, there may be if there may be a chance of having antivirus in the network, or there will be an vulnerabilities. Okay, there will be an threats that may be going to cause your network. Okay, whenever you are browsing, that may cause your network vulnerable. Okay, so before accessing, okay, before accessing these applications or whatever the you are trying to access, the firewalls is going to identify the threats or antivirus before accessing itself. Okay, so whenever the firewall is going to access, okay, let's take this is a Palo Alto firewall, and you are sitting here, and you are this connected to the internet. Okay, so whenever you are accessing something here, so before getting access, these firewalls what they are doing is they will be identifying any threats are available on the URL or application that you are accessing. Okay, before getting access to you, so this firewall is going to detect if there are any threats or any antivirus available on that particular applications or URL. And if any threats are vulnerabilities are identified, okay, if any threats or vulnerabilities are identified, this firewall is not going to send the traffic out, it is itself dropping here. Okay, so that it will be protecting our network to have an antivirus free and threat free. Okay, so that is the advanced threat intelligence that the Palo Alto firewall is capable of. And it will be also having centralized management. Okay, what is centralized management means? Will be the centralized management device will be calling as a panorama. Okay, this is same like in firewalls, where if you have multiple firewalls in your network. Okay, if you have multiple firewalls in your network, and you have one firewall is in Hyderabad, one firewall in Bangalore, one firewall is in Chennai. So you want to configure, okay, you want to configure the things on the firewalls, right? So you don't know any information. Okay, you don't know any information about the firewalls like IP address or user credentials, but you have connected that to the centralized management device called panorama. Okay, so we can monitor. Okay, we can monitor, and we can manage multiple firewalls in your network using a single device called a panorama. Okay, the panorama is a centralized management device where it is going to manage several, okay, multiple firewalls. If you have an 500 firewalls, okay, this panorama is going to manage 500 firewalls as well. Okay, if you have 1000 firewalls in your network, this, okay, this panorama centralized device is going to manage all the firewalls that are going to uh, that are available in your network. Okay, this is one thing that we have in the Palo Alto. And we have an enterprise grade performance. Okay, enterprise grade performance. So we'll be having multiple models. Okay, so you have a small network, okay, you have a small network, and you need an only a firewall that you need to protect your network. Okay, you have an let's take you have a 50 users. Okay, you have a 50 users, and you want, okay, you want to protect your network with the 50 users, but there are multiple firewall. Okay, if you have a if you know about the firewall, there will be a multiple models in the Palo Alto firewalls. Okay, each model will be having their capabilities, and based upon the enterprise size they are going to support. Okay, support in sense they will be supporting everywhere, but if you have a 50 users and if you are buying the high performance firewall, that will be a no use, right? It will be it is providing security, that's fine, but the cost, you can, the companies will also think about the cost perspective as well. Okay, you have a 50 users where you can where you can use the small firewalls with the small processor and the small RAM, that will also provide an security to your network. Okay, they will be going with that firewalls. Okay, and if you have a large network with multiple users, okay, let's thousands or 20,000 20K users like that, then you can opt for the big size firewalls. Okay, where you will be having high processor and high RAM in the firewalls, where they are going to perform. Okay, performance wise they will be having much better than these firewalls. Okay, there are multiple models, and these models will be supporting based upon the enterprise size. Okay, so for the small, okay, for the smaller enterprises they will be having small firewalls. Okay, with small RAM and small processors. For big enterprises they will be having where the firewalls where the processor and RAM will be more, and also performance wise they will be providing more security. Okay, and that will be an enterprise grade performance, and we'll be having VPN support as well. Okay, VPN support in the sense, so whenever you are, okay, you have an big company, and you will be having multiple sites in multiple locations. Okay, you have one branch in Hyderabad, one branch in Bangalore, and one branch in Chennai. Okay, so you want to share some confidential information between your branches. Okay, so in that case, okay, without okay, these without any VPN support, if you are sending the confidential information out, there will be a chance of stealing your confidential information. Okay, so in that case what we are going to do is, there will be forming an IPsec. Okay, you can hear about IPsec VPN, IPsec VPN, where you want,
Yes.
where you can configure IPsec on both sides, so that it will be forming an one IPsec tunnels between the sites, so that whenever you are sending information from Bangalore side to Hyderabad side, the information will be forwarded through this IPsec tunnel, where you can providing the security to your data, and no one in the internet they are going to see your what the data that you are providing. Okay, so in that case this we can also support IPsec site to site VPN support on Palo Alto. Apart from that, we'll be having the remote access VPNs as well, where you are sitting in the internet. Okay, this mostly works for the people who are doing work from home. Okay, so the people who are sitting in the home and they want to connect to their office network, they want to connect to the remote VPNs. Okay, where you will be calling in the Palo Alto, we'll be calling as a global protect. Okay, so you need to connect to the global protect. Once you connect to that global protect, it will be forming an secure tunnel between your office network and your laptop, so that you can safe and securely access the your internal resources. Okay, so that is also the one type of remote access VPNs that the Palo Alto is going to support. Okay, these are the five important things that we are providing on the Palo Alto, and these are the five things why you are going with an Palo Alto firewalls. Okay, and if you see here, we have talked about enterprise grade performance, right? So based upon the enterprise size, so we are choosing then firewalls. Okay, if you have a small size enterprise, okay, if you have a small size enterprise, these PA 220 and PA 400 series firewalls are well suited, because this will be an small firewalls, where it will be like a sweet box. Okay, how you can carry the sweet box, so in that size these firewalls will be there. So this in these firewalls, it will be very much suitable for the small enterprises where it is going to support less traffic, and the processor wise also it will be having less processor. Okay, so if you have a small enterprise and if you are going to buy big size, okay, there will be no use, right? This will also provide security to your network, but based upon your enterprises you have to go with the firewalls. All the firewalls will provide the security in the same way, but most of the enterprises will think about the cost. Okay, if you are buying the large firewalls for your small enterprise, that is not needed, right? So based upon the enterprise size, the firewall will also design. So for the small and enterprise, these PA220 400 series firewalls are very much suitable. And for medium and large scales, okay, for medium and large scale enterprises, we will be having PA 3200 and PA 5200 firewalls. And in the ISPs, it will be supporting, okay, these PA 7000 series firewalls are available, where these are providing support on the ISPs, because on the ISPs every network, okay, will be having traffic from the multiple companies, right? So these 7000 series firewalls will be very much suitable in the ISPs. Okay, so if you have a small scale and if you are going with this 7000 series firewall, so this will be costing like crores. Okay, and it will like 1 crore or 2 crore, so that is not suitable, right? So based upon the enterprise, and based upon the enterprise size, there is a firewalls are also designed, and they are going with their enterprise size. Okay, and this is also one series firewall where they are introduced newly. Okay, these are the new firewall which was introduced now, and this is also supported mostly in the medium to large scale. Okay, medium to large scale enterprises. This 14,000 series was introduced. What are the difference between this firewall and the newly introduced? Means this will be supporting the PoE. Okay, PoE means power over ethernet, where you are getting power, as well as it will also transferring the data on the cable. Okay, so in these firewalls we don't have a feature called PoE, and this is a new series firewall where they have included the PoE feature, where it is going to provide power, as well as it is going to send in data on that interfaces. Okay, so this is about the hardware models, and we'll be having software models. Okay, software model in sense that will be an image. Okay, software images that you need to download from the Palo Alto portal. Once you subscribe for the Palo Alto, and you, if you want in software firewalls, they will be providing in software images where you are going to install in the VMwares. Okay, VMware or clouds. Okay, you can also install that in the cloud, and you can going to access that from the cloud or VMware where you have installed that. Okay, and this is somehow the architecture. Okay, where you will be having your private network. Okay, and in between your, this is a internet. Okay, public, and between your private network and public network, there will be a firewall sitting in between, and whatever the traffic coming into your network, it is going to filter. Okay, it is going to filter, and if there are any attackers coming to your network, it is going to block, and it is going to send only the legitimate traffic out inside. Okay, in the same way, you can also it will also provide an security whenever something is going to send outside as well. Okay, so if something like some, okay, we are blocking something on the firewall, like we are blocking Facebook on the firewall, but some of the users are trying to access the Facebook here. Okay, so whenever the traffic gets reaches the firewall, the firewall will see if the Facebook is allowed on the fire, if allowed for this particular network or not. So if the Facebook, okay, we have blocked, right, so it is going to block the Facebook, and it is not providing any access to the users. Okay, this is how the firewall is in between your private and public network, and it is going to monitor both incoming traffic. Okay, incoming traffic as well as outgoing traffic. Okay, so this is what the firewall is going to do, and this is what the firewall can do between your private network and public network. Okay, so once in this course, okay, this course will be span of 25 days, and we are mostly covering all these topics that are available in the Palo Alto, where we are providing these fundamentals, okay, these firewall fundamentals, where you can know about hardware types, okay, interface types, what are the zones, and what is interface management profile, and life of a packet. Okay, life of a packet means once the traffic enters into the firewall, how the firewall will inspect the traffic, okay, how the firewall come to know whether it has to be block or whether it has to be allow. Okay, and we'll be having session types. Okay, session types in sense, once the traffic reaches the firewall, and in which session it has to be enter, and we can comes to know about all these things in the firewall fundamental class. And after firewall fundamental class, we'll be having an basic lab. Okay, we'll be having basic lab, whatever the topics that we have mentioned here. For after every topic we'll be having the lab. Okay, so after the firewall fundamentals, we'll be having basic lab. We can do how we can get internet to the PC. Okay, so we can cover all these things in the basic lab. Okay, and after completing firewall fundamentals, we'll be having SSL decryption. Okay, SSL decryption is mostly works for the HTTPS traffic. Okay, so whenever you are browsing something, okay, whenever you are browsing something on the internet, the underlying protocol will be an HTTPS, right? So how the HTTPS will work? Okay, whenever you send some HTTPS traffic on the firewalls, and what firewall is going to see in the traffic. Okay, how the firewall will inspect that HTTPS, okay, whatever the URL that you are going to send, and how the firewall comes to know whether it is an allowed application or blocked application. Okay, so that we can know about in the SSL decryption class. And after this also we'll be having the lab on this SSL decryption. And here we'll be having two types, okay, forward proxy and inbound inspection. These are the two types of SSL decryption methods that we are going to do in the SSL decryption lab. Okay, and in the URL, okay, now the next thing is an URL category and filtering. Okay, URL category and filtering means, so we need to block some URLs. Okay, we will be having multiple URLs. Okay, in the internet there will be having multiple URLs. Basically, the what firewall will do means, firewall will categorize all the URLs, okay, based upon their purpose. Okay, so if you know about Facebook and Instagram, these will be comes under the social media, right? So the firewall in our parallel to firewall, there will be categorizing under the social networking. Okay, so by default the social networking is allowed on the firewall. Okay, let's suppose you can see the betting apps will be there, right? Whatever the betting apps available, there will be comes under the betting category. So by default what firewall will do, these betting apps will be harmful, right? So based upon the purpose, the firewall is going to allow, and whatever the useful for the users. Okay, and if you see the betting app, that will be not and recommended, and there is unauthorized access will be there, right? So these betting apps will be comes under the betting category, and by default the it is going to block. Okay, some will be having some 18 plus content URLs as well. Okay, there will be comes under the dating app. Okay, dating category. So in the firewalls it will be categorized under the dating. By default it is also going to block. Okay, so for suppose, okay, the as I told you, right, whatever it is, the firewall will be categorizing the URLs based upon the purpose. Okay, so this Facebook and Instagram or the social media, social networking, and that will not that much harm. Okay, there will be a normal usage. Okay, that will not have any harmful to the users. So they are going to allow, right? They are going to allow, but there are some things, some betting apps and dating apps that will be there, that will be blocked. Okay, that will be blocked by default on the firewalls. Okay, let's suppose you are accessing Facebook. Okay, let's suppose you are accessing Facebook. So this Facebook will be comes under the social networking, and it is allowed, right? By default it is allowed, but the firewall is categorizing wrongly under the dating app. Okay, the Facebook app, okay, the Facebook app is wrongly categorizing it's supposed to categorize under the social networking, right? But it is wrongly categorized, the firewall is wrongly categorizing under the dating app. Okay, so in that case what we can do, we know the Facebook is a social networking app, that is not a dating app, so it has to be allowed. Okay, So what we can do is we can configure an URL category. Okay, we can configure an URL category in the firewall, and we can allow this Facebook. Okay, you can allow this Facebook because this is already allowed in the Facebook under the social networking, but now it is going to wrongly categorizing as a dating app. So we want to allow that. So in that case, what we can do is we can configure an URL category, and we can allow the Facebook from the firewall. And apart from that, you can also do one thing. Okay, uh, I will show you that there is a site. Okay, there is a website. Okay, there is a test site for the Palo Alto. Okay, this is a URL testing site where you can test the URL in which category it is categorized. Okay, let's take I am going to use www.facebook.com, and I am going to search. Okay, so by default, what firewall is going to do, the firewall is going to categorize this under the social networking, which is a low risk. Okay, if it is a low risk, the firewall is going to allow the firewall is going to allow this Facebook application or Facebook URL, and users going to trying to access. Okay, so instead of categorizing it as an social networking, it is categorized wrongly under the dating apps. Okay, so what we can do is we can make a request here. Okay, we can make a request change to categorize under the social networking again. Okay, that is one thing you can do. And meanwhile, okay, once you submit the request, it will take at least 2 to 3 days. The Palo Alto will check that request, and they are going to make the category change for the social networking. So meanwhile, you want to access the Facebook, right? So you can configure this. Okay, yeah. Meanwhile, what you can do is before getting an access. Okay, we have once we submit the request, it will take 2 to 3 days, right? Meanwhile, what we can do is we can create a URL category, and you can allow that Facebook from the firewall. Okay, so that the users will get an access to the Facebook. Okay, so apart from that, we have discussed about IPsec VPN, right? Where you have multiple sites, multiple branches. So in order to secure communication between your branches, you need to form an IPsec VPN or IPsec tunnel. So in this, we are going to know about fundamentals, phase one, phase two. Okay, what are route based VPNs, policy based VPNs, and okay, and also we'll be doing a lab. So we are guiding you through the configuration, and also we'll be doing some troubleshooting things. Okay, whenever something is happen on the IPsec, or whenever something is not going through the IPsec tunnel, so we can we can do in troubleshooting again. We can also do the troubleshooting class on the IPsec VPN. Okay, and the next thing is a global protect, where it will be calling as an remote access VPNs. Okay, remote access VPNs. And this global protect, once you this global protect is an software based. Okay, so this is an global protect is an software where you are going to install this global protect in your Windows machine. Okay, so whatever the Windows machine that you are using, that not only Windows, it will be also working on the iOS and the Linux as well. Okay, so whatever the client that you are using, we are going to install this global protect application, and connecting to that particular remote access VPNs. Okay, so once you connect to the global protect, it will be providing a secure communication. Okay, let's suppose this is your mission, and we'll be having firewalls. This is your company network. Okay? There is a server hosted in your network, and you want to access this. Okay, so whenever you are accessing, you need to go through the internet, right? So you in without any connecting any global protect, there will be an harm. Okay, whenever you are connecting, you are accessing something from the servers inside your network. Okay, so what companies will do is they will be providing an remote access VPNs, so that it will be forming an secure layer between your between your client. Okay, between your Windows machine or iOS machine, whatever you are using, between and the servers, with the firewall in between. Okay, so it is providing the secure tunnel. so that everything whatever you are accessing from your office network, so it will be accessing it will be going to access safe and secure. Okay, so these are the things that, okay, agent, the portal configuration, gateway configuration, okay, these are the available things that we are going to know about this in the global protect. And also we'll be having configuration wise, and also we are doing a lab on this, and also we are having a troubleshooting session on this. Okay, so and also apart from the global protect, we'll be having high availability. Okay, high availability is mainly for the redundancy. Okay, so redundancy in sense, if you know about VRRP in your routing, okay, in the routers we'll know we'll having a VRRP or HSRP, right? So in the same way, we also having a high availability for redundancy purpose, where you can avoid a single point of failure. Okay, if you have a network with a single firewall, okay, you have a network with single firewall. If this firewall went down, okay, if this firewall went down, there will be a no security provided to your network, right? So in order to avoid that single point of failure, and in order to have a redundancy in your network, they will be using in two firewalls, which one will be acting as an active and one will be acting as a passive. Okay, all the traffic will be flowing through your active firewalls. Once this active firewall went down, your traffic will be shifted to the passive. Okay, this passive, whenever the active goes down, this passive will be become the active at that time, and all our traffic will be shifted to the new active. Okay, without any deviation or without any disruption to your real network. Okay, real traffic, so that it will be providing redundancy to your network. Okay, so it will be seamlessly providing security by having an high availability. Okay, in this high availability we'll be having two setups, active passive and active active. So mostly we are going with an active passive setup only, but this active active will be rarely used in the real time, because this active setup will be mostly used where there are having asymmetric paths. Okay, asymmetric paths in sense, the traffic, okay, the traffic is leaving from your network from one way and it is coming into the different way. Okay, most of the traffic, okay, most, okay, asymmetric path means most of the traffic, how the traffic leaves your network, in the same way the traffic has to become. But in the asymmetric paths or asymmetric networks, the traffic is leaving from one path, and the traffic entering into your different path. Okay, in that case you are going with an active setup. Okay, but active setup will we can rarely encounter in the real time, but mostly we are going with an active passive setup only. Okay, so in this you will be having configurations as well as troubleshooting as well here. Okay, and last and foremost, the thing we'll be having in this Palo Alto is an panorama. We have discussed about, right, this is a centralized management device. Okay, centralized management device where we are connecting all the firewalls. Okay, if you have multiple firewalls in your network, you have to manage all the firewalls. Okay, you have to manage all the firewalls, right? Sometimes you are forgetting about some information about the firewall, like login information or IP address to login. Okay, if you are having hundreds of firewalls, you have to maintain everything in the sheet, and you have to if you want to log in, you have to check that and you have to log in, right? Instead of that, you can use an panorama, where this panorama will be helpful to maintain all the firewalls. And if you want access to particular device, you no need to worry about the credentials or worry about the IP address of the firewall to log in. This panorama will take you through the firewalls directly. Okay, besides, okay, besides managing the firewalls, it is also going to provide you an access to the firewalls whenever it is required, without any credentials or without any IP address. Okay, how it will be going to get all this information means, once the firewall is connected to the panorama will pull all the required information, whatever the information that is required to connect to the panorama. It will be going to pull all the information from the firewalls. Okay, automatically it will pull once we connect. Okay, and these are the topics that we have in the panorama. Okay, for what is the panorama managed devices. Okay, device group templates, and logging and reporting. Okay, we'll be having a commit. Okay, this commit will be not coming under the panorama, but this commit will be used on every firewalls. Okay, every firewall and panorama. Okay, every firewall and panorama. Why we need commit means, whenever you make some changes on the firewalls or whenever you have configured something on the device, we need to apply that in the running config, right? So in order to apply that in the running config, we need to commit the changes whatever we have made, so that it will be applied in the running configurations. Okay, and these are the things that we are providing in this course in the span of 25 days. Okay, so mostly these the next ongoing batch will be going to start on June 19th. So the timings are from evening. Okay, that the class will be starting on in the evenings from 7 p.m. to 8 p.m. Okay, this coming June 19th. Okay, and if you want to know about the roles and the pay scales, if you want to join network security role, these are the things that we have. We will be having L1 engineer, level 2, level 3, okay, and tier 2, tier 3 engineers. Okay, and where you are getting the pay scales in the range of, okay, for L1 engineer you will get a pay scale of 3.5 to 4.5, and this is only the average and expected, but this will be differ whenever when there will be whenever you, that depends upon the companies, and uh, that mostly depends on the company budget as well. Okay, so but these are the minimum and maximum ranges that you will get on the L1 for L1 engineer. For L2 engineer it will be ranging from 4.5 to 6.5. For L3 you will get 6.5 to 8. Okay, and for type 3, type 2 will get 8 to 10, and type 3 will get 10 to 12. And after type 3 will be having like there will be an role. Okay, where you are going to you are going to manage all these engineers. Okay, and will be calling as an team leads. Okay, for the team leads that will be depends on your performance. Okay, that you will be depends on the performance of that individual performance, and they will going to make a team lead, and that will be the pay scale will be maybe differ from one company to other company. Okay, these are the roles and pay scales that you can see in the network security role. Okay, now, and if you have any questions you can go ahead, and these are all about the demo, and these are the things that we are covering on the Palo Alto. Okay, so do you have any questions? Just let me know.
Hello, hi.
Yes, hi.
Zahid here.
Yes, Jahid.
Like actually, my question is
Sorry, Jahid,
like
your voice is breaking too
I'm
much.
planning
Jahid, sorry
to
that
enroll
you are
into the this internship. Just allow me.
just
Am I
you
audible now?
yeah, it is fine now. Before that it is flow full breaking. Okay, just go ahead.
Okay, actually I'm in office, so I move aside.
Uh-huh.
Like my question is like I'm planning to join as a internship, like this network internship program,
Okay.
which we are offering. In
Mm-hmm.
that, like we will be having Palo Alto, CCNA, and Juniper.
Yes.
After end of the program, are we going to have any overview like a project like completely simulating about the network protocols, like CCNA principal protocols along with the Palo Alto? Like, is there any kind of a project at the end for us?
Actually, as of now, we don't have anything like that. Okay, we are going to implement that same, but as of now, we don't have. We are going maybe in 1 or 2 months. We are trying to implement that, but we based upon the resources that we have, we are not yet started. But coming 1 or 2 months, we are going to start to have all the networking concepts, and using a firewall. We are going to have one project on that.
Okay. Like continuation of the question is like as I saw a message in the WhatsApp, like going forward for the internship program, the real-time projects are
Mm-hmm.
getting included in that. It is
Mm-hmm.
going to be coming in the next batch, or how come it is going to be? Like
Yeah,
I'm planning to
whoever
monitor that.
enrolled from June 18th batch. Okay, now the
Okay.
upcoming batch. So we are providing an free real time projects for them, real time project course for them.
Okay. Is it going to be continue for July batch as well? Since I am planning for a
Yeah, it
morning
is
batch already started
from July
this
8th,
month.
from June 18th batch means it is going to continue going forever. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm good with that.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to join.
Yeah. Sure. Sure.
Thank you.
Yeah. No issues. Yeah. That's. Do you have any questions?
Sorry to interrupt. Like,
Yeah, no issues.
just
Go
one
ahead.
more small question
Yeah, go ahead.
regarding the panorama.
Mm-hmm.
Like, are we going to have a complete overview of the panorama, like the task which we have to perform, jobs, or
Yes.
any kind of things in
Yes,
that?
yes. We are going to do that.
Okay, thank you so much.
Yeah.
I got the question. Thank
Yeah.
you.
Yeah, sure. Guys, do you have any questions on this? Others?
Hi, sir.
Yeah, hi Nagendra.
Sir, actually, can we get job only? Can I learn Palo Alto? Can I get job with only Palo Alto course?
Yeah, we will be having multiple openings on Palo Alto as well. So you can easily get that.
I think is a freshers opportunities there or any experience opportunities in Palo Alto?
Freshers, it will be good to have CCNA, but freshers directly into the security will not see much, okay, much jobs for the freshers. But if you have 1 or 2 years experience, that will be good enough to have this.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, yeah, guys. Any questions?
Sorry to ask again.
Yeah, yes,
Like
tell.
we are the curriculum which you have explained right now. It is like same for the PC this Palo Alto certification. Is it will be enough to have that one, or are we going to get any dumps to prepare for the examination, like global certification?
Yeah, global certification, we will be having dumps as well. This will be enough, but better we can prepare the dumps as well. Okay, because this
Okay.
will be training. Okay, the certificate cost will be like 200 or $215. So
Yes.
it will be coming under 20 to 25,000 range.
Yeah,
So the
actually, for me, like my company is sponsoring for that one for me for every quarter. So why
okay,
should I
okay.
miss
If
that
it is
one?
if it is sponsoring, you can go ahead and can attempt that
For
PCNS.
every 3 months, they will be sponsoring me like any
Yeah, yeah.
certification for my
Okay,
choice. That's why I'm
okay,
asking.
okay, 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 okay. No issues there.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah,
Hello.
yes,
Yeah, hi.
yeah. Hi, Karthikeya. Yes, yes. Go ahead. Hi, Karthik. We are not able to hear you. If you are talking, we are not able to hear you. Hello. Yeah, others. Do you have any doubts?
Yeah, I am audible now.
Yeah, now you can audible. Yes.
Yeah, I have some doubts regarding only cyber security. This is Palo Alto or regarding any antivirus, endpoint security like EDR courses.
Endpoint security in the Palo Alto we'll be having endpoint security as well, which will be called as in Cortex Data Lake. We can
Mhm.
also call as CDL or CDR, but that will be not coming under these codes.
Okay, okay. I'm asking any. This is a cyber security course now. That's why I'm asking any like a SIMU SOC analyst like that.
No, 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 not that. This is purely networking security only.
Okay, okay. That is my doubt.
Okay, this is purely networking security only, not any knock or
Yeah.
SOC.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay, Karthik. Thank you.
yeah, sure. Yeah, guys, any other questions? guys. Yeah. Okay, guys. If you don't have any questions, we can wind up this session. Okay. Once after this course, okay. I think most of you are internship candidates only, right? So if you are apart from internship candidates, if there are anyone who is outside of internship candidates, so just go ahead and enroll this course, and the registrations are open now. So we'll going to start this course from June 19th from 7 p.m. to 8 p.m. Okay, so just go ahead and register, and we'll see you on the start of the class. Okay, on June 19th 7 p.m. Okay. Okay, guys, bye. Have a good day.
Thank you, sir.